And we're back. Yeah, my phone decided to randomly stop recording, so that's fun. Anyhow, on to a new topic, because I think I've beaten that other horse to death enough.
The Empire has been rewarded credit for pacifying Utapau. All fleets awaiting
So,
orders.
another thing I wanted to talk about, basically, was the state of the
All
internet.
fleets on standby. Select a bonus for this battle.
Because fuck you very much.
The bonus activated.
Well, more like the state of things like censorship, that sort of deal.
Our troops have been equipped with advanced blasters.
Everybody's going crazy about, what can and cannot be said online, what images can and cannot be shown, that sort of thing. What discussions can and cannot be had. And to be honest, it's a stupid idea. I mean, it's basically as pointless as the satanic panic of the 1980s. And for those of you too young to remember, or, well, maybe not so much remember, because even I wasn't alive back then, but for those of you not up to date on that, basically back in the 1980s, there was this big scare about, you fucking idiot, you just ran right into that thing. Oh well, Darwinism at its best. Anyway, yeah. There was this big scare of Puritans, being afraid of their children being corrupted, being Satanists. And to an extent, that's actually come back, just different wording now. I mean, the Calgary police are even saying, oh, well, if your child listens to, what was that, heavy rock or heavy metal, whatever, I mean, probably in a hate group. And you know what you're going to do? You're going to have the same problem again. I mean, Christ, people just never learn. If you do something, if you make something taboo, the chances are people are just going to mimic that just because it pisses you off. They're going to start... Oh, Dark Trooper. Dead Dark Trooper. Idiot. Anyway, they're going to start doing that sort of thing just to piss you off. They're going to say all the raunchiest shit and all this, post memes and whatever, just to annoy you. But I guess that's what you want, is you want to be a victim. Well, maybe not you specifically who's listening to this, but the people that, perpetuate this hysteria. they do this because of the fact that they just...
Their reinforcements are...
I don't know. Maybe they're not very aware of the situation. Maybe they're not aware of the Streisand effect. Actually, no, this wouldn't be the Streisand effect. That's... Oh, shit. Censorship, but the point... The point is, if you make something taboo, if you try and add, like, this public shame to something, there are going to be some people that will just emulate all of that just because of the very fact that it triggers you. Now, there are a few exceptions, like most people will not pretend to be, you know, things like a pedophile or something like that, because they don't want to get their head caved in. You know, there are some lines most people just will not cross. And for good reason.
Reinforcements are dwindling. They're flanking us.
Okay, did they bring another tank to kill me? That's my question. Did they bring in another tank? I mean, you brought an army, but did you bring a tank? That is the million-dollar question right now.
Victory is ours.
Uh-oh. Whoops. Yeah. I might be in trouble. Whoa. But yeah. My idea is let people have their little fictional outlets for their fetishes and stuff like that. Like, keep it in virtual reality and stuff like that. That's my whole thing. Contain it in a space where they can freely express themselves without hurting anyone else. That way they can get all that out of their system and they're not a danger to society.
Their reinforcements are dwindling.
I mean, that's pretty much all I got to say on that one. Bye-bye! Ha ha ha. That's my whole thing. I know some people will disagree, but I mean, honestly, think about it. Well, hell, let's take that for example. The whole pedophilia thing. Now, me personally, if it was up to me, I would put every single child molester to death instantly. Alright? Like, no trial, no discussion, just death. Gas chamber, firing squad, doesn't matter.
The Empire has taken credit for maintaining order on Utapau.
It wouldn't matter to me.
Please
But
select a fleet. Select a unit. Select a bonus.
if someone came up to me and said, okay, we got an idea, we're going to make, say, this, I don't know, doll. Say it's a doll. And this doll is very lifelike. It has the correct anatomy and all that other shit.
Select a bonus for this battle. Combat shielding bonus activated.
Okay? But it's a doll. It's a stupid fictional inanimate object. Okay? And they get out their urges or whatever on this doll. Now, give him real children or a doll, I'm going to say, let the doll take the heat. Let the inanimate object be acted upon. So the actual kids don't get fucking scarred for life. Because one of these cockroaches didn't get squashed. Or, you know, something like that. I mean, yeah, me personally, one of my comments when I saw something like that on social media was, okay, fine, put a bomb mechanism inside, like a mercury switch, so when the guy goes to do the deed, poof! One less dirtbag in the world.
A command post is under hostile control. We've lost control of a command post. A command post is under hostile
That's just
control.
me. I'd rather give these people a fake outlet in order to enact on that, rather than take the risk they'll do it to a real life living human being. Because, you know, unlike these because I actually think, you know, maybe it would be better for that sort of thing.
Take it back. Our reinforcements are thinning.
Like, okay, maybe let's use something a little less extreme. Maybe somebody hates my guts in real life that knows me. And they go and buy some kind of, like, I don't know, one of those sparring dolls or whatever it's called, sparring dummies. they put a picture of my face on it and just beat the ever-loving shit out of it. Beat the living shit out of it, stab it, hell, even maybe even blow it up. With like homemade explosives or some shit. Now, all of that shit is not happening to me. Okay? It is happening to an inanimate object, and I will never feel a thing. And no one even I know will be harmed in the process. So, yeah. And it was at their expense, too? Fuck yeah, go for it, dude.
We've captured a command post.
Yeah, you go for it. You teach that punching bag, that practice doll, that whatever. Insert inanimate object here. Insert video game here. Insert music genre here. Whatever. Whatever they have to do to blow off steam to not fucking try and kill me, or whatever, I'm 100% agreeing with. Or someone that I know that I care about. Yeah, them. I'm 100% fine with it. I honestly don't care. I mean, you can try and moralize to me all day that, oh, well, it might increase this negative trait or that negative trait, which is complete bullshit, by the way. Because if somebody can get their frustration out on something inanimate, as opposed to harming the real deal, then why the hell would they bother harming the real deal? I mean, unless they're complete psychopaths, in which case they were going to do it anyway. But that's a rare case. That's like 1% of the population. Let me tell you something. During World War II, you want to know how high the percentage of people there was that were actually killing the enemy? It was literally 1% of the military. 1%, because most of them did not want to do it. Most of them didn't. And most of them didn't actually end up killing anybody. It was that 1%. Well, actually, mostly like 2%. Like, just, I mean, you can even look this up for yourself. The sources are out there. I'm not just pulling this figure out of my ass. It was actually a very low percentage. And that's how people are in general in society. I mean, heck, even look at animals in the wild. How they'll, like, try and beat each other up and, you know, act macho. Puff out their chest and everything. They don't actually try and kill each other. I mean, it does happen, but it's not usually intentional, is what I'm saying. It's because of that whole self-preservation instinct, in that case, I suppose. But yeah.
The enemy is losing.
And it would only actually be 1% of the population that would actually act out their violent tendencies. And those people do have mental disorders. They are incapable of feeling certain emotions because there's something wrong up here. They're incapable of feeling things like fear and empathy. Well, for the most part. I mean, it takes a lot to put them. It takes a lot of pressure to get them to crack.
Please select a fleet. Select a unit to select a bonus to purchase. Combat shielding bonus purchase.
So the idea that somebody is just inherently violent or whatever, and that even given an outlet, they'll just commit the act anyway, I don't buy it. I really don't.
Commencing Dagobah invasion. Select a bonus. Leader bonus activated. Rebellion has used the combat shielding bonus.
That's gonna be annoying. I mean, I play all sorts of military games, like, I mean, hell, even just look on my channel. You can see evidence of this everywhere. What like, giant robots that destroy shit. Would I pilot a giant robot and just blow shit up? No. I might pilot something like a loader for cargo bays and shit like that, but I'd never actually I'd never knowingly get into a giant death machine and just massacre people.
A command post for the Empire. We've lost the command post. Take it back. A command post is under Imperial control. A command post has fallen to our enemies.
Your strength is nothing compared to the dark side. Spears, let's take him out.
Coming around. A command post for the Empire. Hostile reinforcement count is diminishing.
Yeah, double, right?
A command post is under Imperial control.
Feel the power of the dark side.
that. We've lost the command post. Fight for it. All in. Down. We've lost the command post. Take it back.
What's your sign?
Get the hell off. I dropped your flank on your stick.
Great. Then they got flying.
Copy that. Roger that.
Start cover! They flank us. Darth Vader. Dome Buster.
Watch the scum.
Yeah, that's actually the right way to take care of a Jedi or Sith. Lots of explosives. Actually, I have a buddy in the, what is that? My roleplay
Lost the
group,
command post. Fight for it. He's coming around.
Star Wars roleplay group.
The command post is
It's,
no longer Empire
he
control.
actually got the killing blow on Darth Vader with high explosive ammunition and a Gatling gun.
They're flanking us.
I mean, you...
We've captured a command post.
I mean, yeah. He's used to his CZ rotary blaster cannon, but, you know, because he's a Clone Wars veteran in there, among other characters. But, yeah, he just basically packed a minigun with explosive ammunition, high explosive rounds. Vader couldn't deflect it and eventually succumbed to the sheer weight of sheer volume of fire,
The enemy is losing reinforcements.
and not being able to actually deflect any of the rounds because they're solid ammunition.
We've lost the command post. Take it back. We've lost control of the command post.
Grenade!
We've lost the command post. Take it back.
This is Lord Vader.
We've captured a command post. Hostile reinforcement count is diminishing.
Hey, watch it! Grenade! Grenade!
Victory is ours.
It's Vader! Watch that lightsaber! Feel the power of the dark side.
We've lost control of the command post. A command post is under Imperial control. Hostile reinforcement count is diminishing. The enemy is losing reinforcements.
Got him. But yeah, so that's my thoughts on outlets and, you know, people with mental and the whole people being able to act out their fantasies on stupid objects like dolls and shit like that.
The Empire has received credits for conquering Dagobah.
I'm very much one of those kind of people that believes that you solve problems by tackling them head on. They don't just make it a taboo or something like that. You deal with the problem then and there. But hey, what do I know? I'm just some guy on the internet with a camera phone.
Leader bonus purchase. All fleets on standby. Launching Naboo invasion. Select a bonus for this battle. Combat shielding bonus activated.
It's not like I've been around for a while and seen what happens when you just try and suppress everything.
Our forces are utilizing combat shielding technology. Enemy forces have received that.
I mean, it's not like I know, or I should say, it's not like I've seen throughout history, you know, studying examples like Prohibition and all that other stuff, that all it does is it drives things underground and makes them more popular. Just by giving it that whole taboo factor. Like, okay, take for example when they decided, well, there had to be an advisory label on, like, CDs for explicit content. You know what, guys, like, it was Twisted Sister, actually. I heard about this. Twisted Sister, of all people? Really? But, I mean, because they weren't even trying to, you know, ban something, obscure. Or anything like that. It was mainstream, like, hair metal and stuff like that. And they said, oh, well, now this has to have a label on it. And you know what the guys did? They said, go for it. Yeah, hell yeah, go for it. And they sold tons of records because of it. Yes, congratulations, you just made them more money because this kind of music pisses you off. Actually, yeah, I think that was during the Satanic Panic of the 1980s, but whatever. My point still stands. Now, I'm not saying you don't challenge these sort of things, negative behaviors. No. In fact, that's how you do it. You put it out there in the open, you collect data on it, and then you publish the findings for everybody to see. That's how you deal with these sort of things.
We've lost control of a command post. post for the Empire.
Or at least that's how I would do it.
Reinforcement count is diminishing. The command post is under hostile control. Hostile reinforcement count is diminishing. We've lost control of the command post.
Grenade! Take cover!
The command post has fallen to our enemies. Nothing can stop the Empire. They're trying to flank us. Great shooting!
Whoops. Maybe I just boned myself there. I'm still in one piece.
A command post for the Empire. The enemy is losing reinforcements. Their reinforcements are dwindling.
Anyway.
We've captured
So,
the
yeah.
command post. The enemy is losing reinforcements.
You know what? This goes with ideas too. The fact is, the bad ideas in society are destroyed when they're brought to light, discussed, and dismantled. Okay, trying to suppress ideas never works. It really doesn't. I mean, hell, the U.S. even tried to ban communism of all things. Like, making it so anybody with communist leanings couldn't hold office. Yeah, look how that's turned out. That's really all you do, is you just drive something underground and it just festers. Bad ideas that are suppressed
The Empire
or are
has
not allowed to be
raised the
challenged,
executive
just
for
fester and grow.
conquering Naboo.
That's all they do. That's all that happens.
Select a bonus for this battle. Enhanced Blaster bonus activated.
Anyhow, I believe I have gone on long enough about that subject. So, what's next? Let's see. Racial tensions.
Our troops have been equipped
Kind
with
of already
advanced
discussed
blasters.
that a little bit.
The command post is under hostile control.
Well, not exactly from the perspective of, you know, the actual race relations, which are in the shitter right now. I mean, it's pretty much a reverse 1950s out there right now. Shit!
The command post is under Imperial control.
I mean, they pretty much poured out like an anthill, so it's little wonder I actually got overran. Especially without backup. Hey, thanks for killing yourself. Save me the troll. And ammo. Let's see. I'm going to kill you. Going to kill you. And basically just anybody else who pops in here is going to die. Like you, and you, and you. And I'll just toss a grenade there because I can.
Command post for the Empire. Their reinforcements are dwindling.
But yeah. So, the whole race relations thing. There's this whole made-up victim culture where, oh, well, because of your ancestors or whatever the hell did this way back when, that somehow that entitles me to treat you like shit now, even though I really have no real grievance with you. I mean, yeah, slavery sucked. Everybody knows that. It was wrong. Everybody knows that too. White people own slaves. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. But guess what? So did black people. It wasn't strictly a race thing. It was a class thing. What is it with you guys and blowing up droids? Anyway. Yeah. So, it was a class thing. It wasn't even a race thing.
Victory is within our grasp. A command post is under hostile control. Hostile reinforcement count is diminishing. Hostile there. Stay down. Come on. Their reinforcements are dwindling.
So, I honestly don't know what the whole moral outrage over that is.
Is under Imperial control. The enemy is losing reinforcements. The enemy is losing reinforcements. A command post is under Imperial control. Their reinforcements are dwindling.
And then you got all these groups claiming, oh well, they're entitled to reparations for all this. Yeah, no. You're not entitled to shit. Unless you have an actual legitimate case that can be held up by evidence in court, you are not entitled to shit. Let me be very clear on that.
Advanced blaster bonus for combat shielding bonus purchase. Select a unit to enlist. Imperial engineers enlisted. All fleets awaiting orders, sir. Rebellion has used the combat shielding bonus. Select a bonus for this battle.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
Enemy forces are being protected with combat shields. Beginning my attack run.
Had a little bit of a dirt moment there. But done. So, yeah. Huh? Oh, I guess it's gone. What the hell? Yeah, I guess it is, huh? Yeah, sure. But yeah. I don't know. It seems unless you're radicalized these days towards one extreme or another, for some reason, unless you're radicalized to one of those, you're the person with the problem. Like you're either extreme left, extreme right, which to me they're just two sides of the same coin, really.
Their frigate has been destroyed. Launch the reinforcement. Attack your bomber. Our shields have been disabled. Target that bomber.
Like, here's one thing. I used to actually be what would be known as an anarcho-capitalist. Now, I still have some of that leaning, even today, but it's not nearly as profound as it used to be. It's actually not even it's sort of a blending of different ideologies. Well, economic systems anyway. I don't really deal in feelings and all that too well, so I just look at everything as an own game. Which is why I don't tend to do very well in relationships, is because of the fact that I use logic and reason. When people tend to be retards that way. And yeah, I use that as a derogatory remark, but whatever. Offense is taken, not given, so whatever.
Our life support systems have been destroyed.
yes, I am heavily in favor of having things be mostly done by contract law, where everything's agreed upon in advance. So there's no fudging around, there's no, oh, well, I didn't know, or this and that little buzzword, whatever. No, it's all there in the fine print. If you weren't going to hold up to your end of the contract, then you shouldn't have signed it in the first place. I'm very much in favor of holding people to account. That rights should be tied to responsibility.
For defending our fleet. All fleets on standby. Commencing can select a bonus for this battle. Enhanced blaster bonus.
I don't know, take something like voting rights, for example. Basically, just to be able to be of a certain age and breathing, basically, you can vote. I don't think it should be that way, because then the losers of society can vote to take money from the winners, and that's pretty much what happens. People vote themselves money because they're freaking losers and don't want to pay for anything.
Preparing turret. Enemy forces have received Bacta injections. Our blaster weapon has been amplified.
I mean, trying to make your way in life doing your own business is so bad. Even kids who want to sell fucking lemonade in the summertime have to have permits and shit like that. I mean, how is that not, like,
A command post is no longer under Empire control. Making repairs to the turret. A command post has fallen to our enemies. Take it. Go, go! Turret repair complete. A command post is under Imperial control.
I mean, how messed up is
Reinforcements
that?
are dwindling. There you go. Take out that rebel scum.
That there are so many restrictions on how you can be successful. It's downright insane. The amount of hoops you have to jump through just to try and make any headway in this world. I mean, there are permits, licenses for this, that, the other thing. And usually having to do something like grease palms.
We've lost the command post. Fight for it.
Because, let's face it, there are plenty of people who like the idea of just squatting on the rights to something without having to actually create anything.
Take it back. Watch your flank.
I mean, take someone like Harmony Gold, for example. They have, I believe it's some aspect of the Battletech license. Sorry, not Battletech. It's Robotech. So every time somebody wants to do pretty much any, like the Japanese firm that has rights to Robotech stuff, like more Cross series and everything, every time they want to do anything, Harmony Gold gets involved and says, pay us. We're doing absolutely fuck all except for sitting on the rights. I mean, they don't produce anything. They don't... Hell, they didn't even create this... Hell, they didn't even create anything in the first place. They just bought the rights and then got rich. That's all they did.
Take it back.
And because legal code is letting them basically just run roughshod on whatever.
A command post has fallen to our enemies.
That they can just sue whoever, whenever, for no reason. Or should I say little to no justifiable reason. And that's what they're doing to Battletech right now. Because some asshole that the Battletech people hired decided, well, he was going to be super lazy and just sell the same